some understanding about the kind of folks I'm getting at, but let me lay some foundation first. Clear path to what I need to get to. The people I'm getting at, they're like the people we've heard about who join these search teams to find somebody who's missing, even though they're the ones who murdered the person and hid them, searching harder than anybody else on the team, leading detectives, giving them clues and ideas. They'd be outstanding witnesses in helping crack the case, even though they did it. You hear our Black Power people on the case these days, exposing Black Lives Matter and Antifa and George Soros. But anytime anything happens, they're the first ones to point out who did it and who's responsible. But it's never their fault. They're the lead detectives on all matters, just like they are today. They know everything. I'm talking about all these people who parade themselves around as if they're for black empowerment. And you're jealous of groups like Black Lives Matter and these other people, places, and things that speak our language. Y'all are incredible Hulk green within me.
Miss, he needs toothpicks. Could you help him get him some toothpicks? Thank you very much. Another check. Sorry about the toothpicks.
82, 82, 82.
82 what, man? How much is this?
Toothpicks.
It's a lot more than 82 toothpicks, right?
But 246 total.
Change.
Remember the Rain Man? I've used this example before, but remember the Rain Man. He was what's called an idiot savant. You saw him count those matches instantly. He knew exactly how many matches spilled on the floor. There's different kinds of idiot savants, but that kind is good at complicated math. And remember when his brother took him to the doctor?
I read about this. I want to try something here.
Kmart, 400 Oak Street.
What'd I tell you after this, Frank? After this.
Do you know how much 312 times 123 is?
38376.
He's right.
What?
He's right.
He's right?
Yeah. Ray, how much is 4,343 times 1,234?
5359262.
He's a genius.
He's right.
Good at complicated things. These are the kind of people I'm going to be getting at. Remember when the doctor asked Rain Man the other questions?
I mean, that is amazing. He should work for NASA or something like that.
If you had $1 and you spent 50 cents, how much money would you have left?
About 70.
70 cents?
70 cents.
So much for the NASA idea.
Ray, do you know how much a candy bar costs?
About $100.
$100, huh?
Yeah,
You know how much one of those new compact cars cost?
about $100.
About $100. That's the idiot in the savant. They cannot grasp the most basic of things. And this is our make-believe black empowerment people.
That's beautiful.
Of course, I'm an excellent driver.
Well, we'll have to let you drive sometime.
Raymond! You never touch the steering wheel when I'm driving. Do you hear me?
Incompetent are these black first, black only people, but they talk and act like they belong behind the steering wheel of black people's future. And when I say incompetent, because I have a point to make, I'm pretending that I don't know that they're devils up to no good and who works for J. Edgar Hoover to help make sure that no actual revolution takes place. I'll get back to the savant thing later. But you mean to tell me, with all these Asian-ran businesses in the hood, that they can speak our language, but y'all can't? Where's y'all stuff at? Because you mean to tell me that Walmart and Cadillac can speak our language, but y'all can't? You mean to tell me that the black pastors can gather millions every single Sunday, but y'all can't? That's what you're telling me. Where is y'all's production for us like these other people deliver to us? You're complaining about how you believe that Black Lives Matter and Antifa are stealing the black movement out of our hands. But I say that this is happening on y'all's watch. So of what use are you people to us? Oh, I know. You're here to tell us who did it. But you mean to tell me that George Soros can speak our language, but y'all can't? Where's y'all's black power version of a George Soros? See what happened? Wait. See, we've been trying to come. Well, I know. Y'all got all kind of excuses. You have a problem with these other people, places, and things that speak our language, while y'all won't. Where's your black first version of a George Soros? Let me show you. And this is what makes y'all the devil and the offspring of J. Edgar Hoover.
When you were out there, parents, they really do support me. Our people, they really do support me. Our elders, they really do support me. I just got a text from a professional NFL athlete, a superstar, whose name I'm not going to call, who just shouted me out and said, hey, I follow your work, keep doing what you're doing, you changed the way I think. I heard from an NBA athlete last week, many of our multi-platinum selling artists, they reach out to me, they text, they can't publicly be seen with me per se, but they're supporters of my work.
That's why y'all can't get a George Soros to help you manifest your black empowerment, where y'all are closing wealth gaps and creating industry and eradicating oppression. You're reckless and incompetent. But they won't associate with Umar publicly because he's like y'all, reckless and incompetent. Y'all would be a big liability to these people.
You know, for the ADOS conference, Antonio said this at the conference. We invited every presidential candidate. To her credit, shout out, Marion Williamson came. It was wonderful. Nobody else came. Now, I saw Elizabeth Warren with the Native Americans, and there was only a few of them, and no shade to y'all, but you came. I've seen these candidates everywhere doing everything with everybody. We planned this thing out a very long time ago. Now, a lot of y'all, we talk back and forth, and y'all kind of act like y'all was coming, and then you didn't come. You wasted a lot of my time. Wasted a lot of Antonio's time. We were going back and forth. You were asking us, like, what's the setting going to look like? Is you going to take questions? Is it going to be Q&A? Is it going to be they going to make a speech? We went back a lot, back and forth, and then you just didn't come. Okay.
Same thing with Yvette and the rest of y'all. No, they're not going to show up, Yvette, because y'all attack them and everything else. That's what y'all do. You black power people barricade yourselves off from everything you claim to want. Isolationists you are. Now let me show you why J. Edgar Hoover is your father and Lady Liberty is your mother. Y'all are their offspring, not ours.
And when I tried to put in a plan there for black folk, they said it was racist for me to try to help black folk. They said, yes, Dr. Anderson, we admit in this town that we have an Asian town, a China town, a Pole town, a Hockey town, a Cork town, a Mexican town, and a Greek town, but it's racist for you to try to do something for black folk, to build a black town. And guess what the black leadership said? They sure is right. And if you want to find out if I'm telling a lie or not, you got blacks sitting right in this auditorium that was there. You got right here on the front row, two here, you got Rosie Milligan that was there and spoke in Detroit. And I had over 1,000 blacks come across America and say, we will move and relocate our business to Detroit to build a black community, a black business district. We'll move our businesses into Detroit. Over 1,000 of them. And guess what? The town got scared and fighting. And they told black folks, no, we don't. It's racist for Anderson to come in and not include everybody and everything. And so that ended that effort.
Sat in front of city officials who were about to grant him monies to start a whole black town and tells them that he plans to openly discriminate. He told them that. And what did they do after Claude told them that?
Gang, man? Hey, I'm talking to somebody else. Hey! What the fuck is this?
They said, get out. I played that Claude clip a few times before. And I'll say now what I've said before. There's no way you can convince me that Claude didn't do that on purpose. No way you can tell me that a man such as he didn't know better than to tell city officials he's going to discriminate. But that's y'all. You barricade yourselves. You make sure that you don't get what you claim to want for black people. That's why you have no George Soros types. Where is your organizational skill of an Antifa? Out there delivering bricks to throw in, dropping off wood custom made to catch fire, and systematically breaking windows to grant people easy access. Where is your organizational skill of an Antifa? You don't know. Where are your groups that are an alternative to the NAACP or the Black Caucus or the Democrats or the Black Church that y'all complain about? Where are y'all alternatives to those things then? Why won't y'all produce for us? Well, the people won't listen to us. Well, again, why won't y'all speak the language? So whose fault is it that we won't listen to you? Yours. Y'all always know whose fault it is, but it's never y'all's fault. Y'all always rush to the front line to point people away from yourselves like the murderers who help search teams. Like this thing about reparations. Y'all keep saying Native Americans got reparations. And the government does break off, they do break Native Americans off some money and other things. Many different presidents make it a point to break them off. Y'all call that reparations. I don't, but y'all do. Question. How come that keeps happening on y'all's pro-black watch? Well, it's because the Democrats, hey, listen. I didn't ask you about the Democrats and nobody else. I asked you about y'all. They get stuff, but we don't. And on y'all's watch. Why? Well, it's because y'all are useless to us and you're up to no good anyway. You don't work for us, you work for Uncle Sam. Y'all don't get these things done on purpose. You don't speak our language on purpose. You don't achieve or produce nothing on purpose. Now this idiot savant thing. Y'all know all this stuff. The different factions of you black empowerment people. Collectively, you know everything. The universe crowd that can chart the stars. The astrology cloud. You know what's up there, but you can't get your stars in alignment down here. Idiot savants. Y'all on here decoding the hidden secrets of movies, music, and television, but you can't decode that language that the other people speak that gets our attention. Some of you even claim to be able to decode the hieroglyphs. But you can't speak our language that would move people in mass like the Democrats or the Black Lives Matter and these other people can. You're these historians. You know about DNA. You're health experts. You're financial experts. You claim to be able to communicate with the dead. The ancestors, you call them. And we're God's chosen people of the Bible. We're the Israelites, y'all say. And yet no Moses has risen among y'all to guide the people out of Egypt. Y'all have every know-how under the sun but produce nothing. And that's no coincidence. Something's up with that. I smell something rotten with that. Y'all always rushing to the front line to point out who's been neglecting us. Celebrities, politicians, and this, that, and the third not helping us. But it's never y'all. Like Brother Polite, about 2 weeks ago, put out this video with a mock war cry for gang members to rise up and help us against white supremacy. But I say, nah, nigga. Sell one of those luxury automobiles you got and start a Black Power army with it. Get out of one of those mansions you be in and use that bread to feed the army you started. Y'all always pointing out that it's been someone else's job to empower us. And all y'all's job is to point fingers at who not doing their job.
I am 50% pointer. Here it is. 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 Here it is.
But it's never y'all who are to blame. So there's been this question I hear people pretending they want to answer to. And the question is, where do we go from here? And first of all, I don't know what the fuck y'all mean by we. Who the hell is we and where do we go from here? We, coming from y'all, is like in the Constitution that wasn't really talking to everybody as we the people. They wasn't talking to everybody. So I don't know who we is. But I do know that the people ain't got no business going anywhere with y'all. Talking about where do we go from here? Nowhere with y'all.